Those two, that's quite insane. But Voodoo, the class of the field in qualifying with Stat, again, having another good start, so hopefully he can have a better race this week, Trev.
Let's hope Stat can get into the race at the beginning at least to make it interesting. But there we have it, Voodoo taking pole position, Tier 2. This championship is heating up, time to get excited. We'll be back with the race. Stay with us, 30 minutes of racing action here to get Tier 2 and round 4 of KRL underway. We'll be back right after this. Here we go, perfect timing. It can't get much better than this. Welcome, hello to you wherever you're watching right around the world. The Universal Boss gets us underway, and it is go, go, go for Barcelona. And boy, oh boy, Static hasn't decided to turn up for the start this week, Wilco. But look at this. He's under all sorts of pressure now, Voodoo, as we come down into turn 1. And the Nigerian Prince holds station in first place. GRT slots in alongside him. But look at this. Static Hazard in the McLaren, in the Ferrari, in fact. He might even be in a Ferrari. And GRT down to third. OGT fourth. Championship rivals alongside him is Binger. But it's that man, Voodoo, clear at the start yet again. 3 from 3, Wilco.
Going side by side through turn 9, so he's got to back out. No, he hasn't. Who's that?
Oh,
Stat around the outside.
Holding it around the outside. I was getting that Ferrari confused with the Good Vibes, I think, in the McLaren. But Binger now down.
Yeah, they're teammates.
The inside, look at this, and Binger. The old crisscross move, Wilco. Look at this. Static with the nose in front ahead of Binger. GRT up
he gets a
into
bit sideways. Oh, here we go. Back to this
might
battle.
be
We've got to talk about 12 hour because there's, here we go. Yep, he's gone through.
We'll get back to, oh my goodness me, that was very close indeed. But GRT slotting in behind Static now, looking for a bit of a slipstream here. He looks very close indeed. Is GRT going to come back at him? Through into turn 1. Binger's there as well for company, but GRT down the outside. And now Static Hazard breaks into that corner. GRT can't quite get the move done, and Static is through and up into second place. And boy, oh boy, he started the race this week, and it's making things a hell of a lot more exciting, Wilco.
Yeah, they did a great job for their first long endurance race. There's Binger.
Oh no! And this, just avoids Static Hazard there. And my goodness me, GRT, what happened there? Was it contact with Binger? Yes. And it just sent GRT around. He's managed to gather it all up again.
3 through 3, so you got Heat, Mac, Wolf and Rick all battling for P9 at the moment, so that could be a little tasty battle there, those 4 boys.
And look at this, not just the higher up positions, but that's the good thing. Plenty of numbers here in KRL, of course, and they are battling for the minor points paying positions. And Rick Oztech in there as well, Wilco. So we've got 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th all going at it for the final points paying position. Voodoo around the final corner, out onto the start finish straight. It's going to be 3 wins from the last 3 starts here in this Tier 2 championship. He wins in Spain and he takes the championship lead. What a result for the Nigerian Prince. Static Hazard in
for
second, P3 for Binger. But the battles aren't over yet. Binger comes around to finish in the final podium position. OGT and GRT, look at this, together again. They're always together, like a married couple. OGT and GRT finish in 4th and 5th. And the party starts. Aussie Thunder, where is he? He's going to finish 6th. He's got some fuel left in the tank. As Murray Walker would say, he must be running on the smell of an oily rag at the moment. He's out. It's got to be.
Where's Mac coming, Trev? Where's Mac?
Get out. Where's Mac Miller? Get out and push. Jesus Christ, he's going to get him on the line. Well,
you got Heat as well coming.
Well, he's running it. He's run very fine, hasn't he? Is he going to make it? Vibesy, yes!
He's got it!
Yes, he's got it! Wow, poor Vibesy. Boy, he was cutting that very fine indeed. And maybe just...
Wolfie, going to get his first podium. Where is Wolfie?
And Wolfie finishes in 10th.
He did, yep.
So it's like a podium to our man Wolfie, our Tier 1 commentator on Thursday nights. What a race!
Channel, the home of motorsport. More than a race.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're watching right around the world. Welcome to Misano here in Italy for round 5 of Tier 2 of this what is turning into be a very close and spicy championship. Hello everyone, as we see the drivers come out onto the circuit. It's that time of the week once again. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Jason Wilkinson, welcome along, brother.
Yes, hello everyone. Welcome back to another week of KRL. So here we are, the last race before the week off, the mid-season break. So all these boys here are going to be hoping to put on a good performance. Misano, awesome track. Yeah, it's going to be good fun.
Awesome track indeed. Here we are at the Misano World Circuit, named after the late Marco Simoncelli, racetrack located in the province of Santa Monica. Designed in 1969, a length of 3.488 kilometres. Track length has been increased to tick over 4 kilometres as we see the drivers coming out onto the circuit. 15-minute qualifying session. You know the drill by now for our regulars out there. And my goodness me, 9 people already tuning in. And isn't that great to see? Hello to you, Voodoo, and the great man Wilco there. Great little highlights package that our man Wilco does before each and every round. Magnificent. A great little recap too, Wilco, on what happened last week.
Yes, it was. So we sort of forgot. Maybe the avid viewers wouldn't forget about Voodoo winning. Vibesy running out of fuel in the last corner, so all this stuff. Yeah, it's good to have a little intro package there. But I'll quickly just jump in. So we've got a new driver for this week, who is also a stream favourite and one of your old favourites, Mr. Hooker, Trev.
Excellent. Let's just have a look here as LJ Hooker in the number 3 Bentley. God, it's great to see him back. I know that we have seen him on the chat, haven't we, Wilco? And he's been watching the stream.
He busted his shoulder back in November, motorbike riding. He went into the back of a parked car or something, I'm not sure. Maybe he's had a few too many scotches before he got on. But yeah, so he busted his shoulder. I was just talking before, this is the first time he'd actually get on the wheel and start driving. So he's a bit rusty, so I'm sure he'll just use tonight as a bit of a practice for him and get back into it and talk to all the boys. And also another guy we got tonight as a wildcard entry is Righty, who is a T1 driver. Last time we raced here, Myself and him had a really good battle for P1. Come down to the last 2 laps, I think it was, and I eventually got the chocolates. But yeah, so he's a wild card tonight, and he's not going to do qualifying. And he's going to start at the back and see where he can go and have a bit of fun with the Tier 2 boys. So that should be good to watch.
Great to see these guys back, and always welcome. We love a good wild card here at KRL, Tier 2 or Tier 1. Don't forget Tier 1 tomorrow night. Boy, the pace is heating up in Tier 1, I've got to say. But Voodoo, as we've come to expect, Mr. Jason Wilkinson, on pole position currently by 1.191 seconds. And I've got to say that the form, he is in the form of his life, isn't he? Coming off 3 straight wins here.
Yes, 3 straight wins. He's smashing it over in the PC side. This guy is driving out of his skin. Since he's gone to PC, his driving has just gone next level. So that just shows that once you do some laps in this game, you can become quick. Because we're actually comparing in that Tier 1 race I was talking about last season here. It was round 2, so very early days for this game and a lot of the drivers. But pole was a 1:34.7. Voodoo's time, from memory, he was in 17th. And he did a 1:36.4 or something. So you can see already a lot of these boys are going to be going a lot faster than they did last season. So yeah, it just shows everyone's improving. They're all working on setups together, and yeah. So maybe I might throw to the viewers. Who do you want to see for an onboard lap around Misano, or a spectator cam map? So get your comments in. Who do you want to see for an onboard lap?
Let us know in the comments. We've ticked over to 10 viewers. That always keeps the boss, Bernie Eccleston Wilkinson, happy there, as you can see. But boy, these times are coming down now. Look at the gap there. There's not much of a gap between Voodoo and OGT, 0.072. There is nothing in it at the moment. 35-1 currently for Voodoo. But 10 people watching, like I said on the stream. Don't be all shy. Get those comments in. We don't bite, of course. We'd love to hear from you. Maybe even give you a shout out. Less than 10 minutes remaining in this session, and you've got to say, Wilco, it's the usual suspects up there, but OGT now 2 tenths down. So Voodoo, he just seems to be able to find that extra few tenths of a second when he needs to, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. So next car to cross the line is Binger. He's just coming through the last corner now. So he's another guy you expect to be at the front. So he comes across the line and goes up to P4. So GRT as well hasn't seen lap time yet. He's going into the last corner as well. So maybe we jump on board with GRT and have a little look-ski what this big Bentley can do through the last corner. Call it, Trev.
Around the final corner, GRT, one of only 3 drivers yet to set a time, along with the wildcard right in LJ Hooker. Where is he? Up to 8th. So
that's the next card across the line too.
LJ Hooker.
We've missed this Bentley this season.
We certainly have, in the absence.
Rob and Harvey was in it last season. Aussie Thunder, Nobby. They're all in it. They've all jumped ship, and at least we've got one boy back in the Bentley.
Great to see it back.
And it's our man Hooked, Mr. Hooker.
LJ Hooker, can he be the best on this occasion? He comes across the
P10,
line.
not bad.
Up to P10, not bad at all. First time around, slotting in behind Mac Miller and ahead of Nobby Nuts, the man who we saw that
coming across the line now.
Hot lap of a moment ago. Voodoo coming across the line to potentially go even quicker or potentially start another run. He comes through, 35.1 now, so 8 minutes remaining in this session. Almost everyone out on the track, barring 3 drivers here, as we might take a quick look at that safety car as well tonight. Have a look at that. The Fanatec sponsorship on the side there. Wilco, talk us through that beautiful livery for the Audi.
Yeah, so I thought we'd change up this week, go for the nice Audi. Might do a little burnout for you. Oh no, that's it. There we go.
Just be there we go. The boys just working their way around you. Good stuff. Wilco back in the pits. Rick Oztech. What's he currently doing? He's 1.1 seconds off of P11. And our man Wolfie, who will be coming into this week feeling rather confident after his points finish. Of course, last time out, finishing in P10. And that was quite a good battle, wasn't it? I forget who it was with, Wilco, but P10.
Mac, Wolfie, Rick, and... Who's the other guy?
Not Static, was it?
Heat.
Coming? No,
Heat. It was Heat. Yeah, so those 4 battling for P9. I think it was Heat got P9, Wolfie P10 maybe? I can't remember. We'll watch the intro package. 5 minutes ago. But OG crossed the line, can't improve. So next car is going to be Kilroy.
Let's
Who
have a look.
missed last week? Yes, he did miss last week. He was up at Bathurst, and he's gone up to P5. So my driver of the day, back in Nürburgring round 3, he's looking good tonight on the 8/10 off. He's slotted into that top 4 battle there, so it's going to be nice to watch as well.
So 2/10 separating the top 2. Here comes Albert. And Albert, our man, he's joined us. How good is this trip?
The race winner from last week.
Big in his home country. Big fan of yours, Trev. Can I get you to say Circuit de Barcelona de Catalunya? I've put an extra D in there. How good was that? That's talking about drivers of the season, drivers of the week. That hot lap was absolutely fantastic last week. And fair to say, I was getting a little bit excited there, forgetting I was a married man talking to Albert after that race. But fantastic win last week. And it is great to have you along, Albert. And absolutely incredible. I've got a bit of a thing for the Spaniards, as you know, Carlos and Fernando. And absolutely fantastic, Albert. Great to have you along. As Buggerlugs93 says, hey, great to have your company as well. And boy, they are joining from everywhere. But with 5 minutes remaining in this session, we might have a look at the points, Wilco. What do you say?
Yes, get these points up. We never look who we're looking at for tonight, the battles, who's going to be taking the championship lead if Voodoo can't get any good results here tonight, which I'm sure he's going for 4 in a row, so he should be right. But yeah, so as you can see, Voodoo, OG and Binger, GRT as well, so look for Nobby to jump up. Kilroy, Vibesy should hopefully have enough fuel this week. We're never going to let him lift that down. Aussie Thunder looking good too, so no F1 sniper tonight. He's been away all day, so I guess it's pretty hard travelling 5 minutes from one end of New Zealand to the other, but he will be back with us next race, so at Imola in 2 weeks' time.
Great stuff, and let's take a look at the team, the Constructors' Championship for the teams, of course. Team GYR, 100 points will go Cheek and Chong. 98 points, so just 2 points separating
That's
1 and 2.
Aussie and Voodoo for that, and then Big Bad Binger Wolf. I guess I'll give you a guess who that is, Trev. I'm not sure if you're going to work it out.
Oh, well, I tell you what,
Binger and Wolf maybe.
Not bad up there in P3. After I wouldn't say one driver's doing most of the heavy lifting in that team, but Prancing Arrow Racing on 52.
That's Vibes and Static.
AMG.
And then AMG is GRT and the boss, the boss is unfortunately he's left us. So GRT's run solo, and then you got Skippy King. Hot Nuts. So Heat and Nobby, who Heat is away this week, and then Skippy King, which is those boys are not in here tonight. That's Skippy Can Do and Lizzie King. They're both away. Unknown Motorsport, I don't actually know who that is. Oh, that might be Rick and Jimbo, or the Jimbos have
the name.
Yeah, I know that's super freaky, so it'll be Mac and someone else. But anyway, viewers, who do you want to see for these last 3 minutes? Who do you want to see for a nice hot lap around here?
Let's
drive up and get the comments in, and we'll deliver.
Let's get your thoughts with just over 3 minutes remaining in this session. And I've got to say, Albert, the Misano World Internazionale Santa Monica Circuit doesn't have the same ring to it as Barcelona. We were just talking about how much we love Barcelona as a circuit before we came on air tonight, weren't we, Wilco? As we look at Kilroy just taking a little bit too much curb there, but he's currently in 5th place and nobody at the moment as we take a look at the Nigerian Prince from Dubai. Nobody able to get anywhere near that 135.1. Anywhere near is a little bit harsh, I should say. OGT is
3 tenths, top 3, not too bad. Aussie Thunder coming through the last corner now.
Let's have a look.
So let's have a look. What's he going to do?
I
just saw the last few corners. It looks pretty good. So Aussie's been getting better and better each week. 1 second off. He's now 9. No, where is he going? P4.
P4.
So he jumped to P4. Beautiful work. So
nice
GRT 1.5 off. He's the next car across the line. We might start going in this order, try and get everyone's finishing their laps off. But GRT 1.5 off exactly in P9. He's one of the championship contenders. So where's he going to go? Is he going to come up? I'm going to say he's going to get P4 at the moment here, Trev. What do you reckon?
P4, call it second row of the grid. Here comes GRT across the line.
Good luck in anything.
No, he's
probably got 2 laps to go if he's got enough fuel. So Vibes just across the line. Next car is OG, so OG's out on lap now. So where's he going through? Last corner.
Final corner here for OGT, one of the championship contenders, of course, along with Voodoo, who's going for one better than Hawthorn. He's going for 4 in a row. OGT across the line. And I reckon these boys might be setting themselves up. I don't think he's improved, has he? I think they're just looking to set up a final run here. OGT on the screen at the moment. Voodoo saying that he's got a 1:34 on him, Wilco. That is super quick, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he's going through a 1:05 to get out on track and start his lap, so I don't think he might be parked up and he's getting his race set up sorted. But watching next car is going to be Stat, so this could be a good lap to watch. He's just going through the last few corners now, so this could be a good little end. Can Stat jump up from P3 and get another front row start? Because he did start P2 last week, remember?
Let's have a look. And he actually started, didn't he? He started the race too, which was good for him. But Static, the man who I get mixed up with good vibes in that McLaren, it must be something to do with that livery for the number 15 Ferrari. He comes across the line now.
Could not improve.
And
GRT,
he could not improve.
Next car.
Let's
Again,
have a look.
Can he deliver this time, Trev? Might get one more lap out of this. 20 seconds, yeah, he should get another lap out.
Let's have a look. GRT then. Across the line now. Can he be like Carl Malone and the mailman? Is he going to deliver at the moment?
He does have one more lap now, though. He did go up to PA. So Vibes, the next car across the line, he's going to get another lap too. And Kilroy just got an invalid lap, so he might, or is he going to start his lapping time? Yes, he is. So 2-1, I think your time is up the Shires. So Binger is just missed out. He's not going to get lap in. So Binger's best he's going to do is P5. Nobby Nuts, next car coming across the line now.
Let's have a look.
What's
Nobby Nuts.
1.488. He's now still 1.488.
Ninth
Mac
place.
Behind him.
And are we looking at Mac, are we? Mac.
He's gone. So
Mac's
Stat
gone.
is for his next car that he's on lap, and he's gone through these fast back chicanes here, like fast back corners, I should say.
Beautiful.
So Stat.
Beautiful part of the lap here as we look at Static Hazard now. And a few more corners to go here to end this lap. He's currently sitting on a 1:35.4 in there behind OGT by a tenth or two, and I think he's got a little bit of a safety margin back to Aussie Thunder. Not that these guys are going to be setting laps any quicker behind him, but Static now comes across the line. We've finished qualifying, counting down to the start of this one, round 5 as he comes across. No.
Back to GRT, he's the last car across the line, so here we go.
Back to GRT, yellow flags waving there, but that's not going to affect this man. Here he comes. Past the packed grandstands, of course, no COVID in the virtual esports world as GRT comes across now, looks for the shortest way to the line and up to P4.
P4, called it, Trev. Well, it's 3 laps too early.
Absolutely spot on. You just went a little bit early there, Wilco, but he's got a second row start. That is going to be a very good position for GRT. And look at that top 4, Wilco. What a start of this race we are going to have.
Yeah, top 4, but it's almost the top 8 as well. Only 1 second between them, so it's going to be a nice hot race here. 30-minute race, 1 pit stop for everyone. It's going to be on.
There we have it, 30 minutes.
From the back as well, so he's going to hopefully, he's going to hope to just maybe do an early pit stop and get clear air and use his pace, because he is very quick in these GT3 cars, especially around this track. It's one of his favourite tracks. So we've got a dry race, Trev, so we'll be back after this commercial break.
We'll be back. Don't forget, round 5 coming up right after this. 30 minutes, Tier 2. It's KRL time for another week. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome to the Kid Buyers YouTube channel, the home of motorsport.
Welcome to KRL. In your screen at the one time. Oh no! Look at this! Harvey Norman looking to make moves on Mighty Murph, but I reckon Barnes is going to make him pay. And he sticks it down the moment. Cartoon almost sends Wilco off, but Wilco manages to keep his foot in the championship. But the new boy up to P5. Look at that, he's trying to break the slipstream on the main straight. But he is under pressure here. Great effort from Static Hats first, second, third, fourth, and fifth all together. He's got a run on him. Is he going to make a move down into turn one? I reckon he is. Down the inside, he's basically fully sending it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready to go racing here for round 5 of this championship from the Circuit di Internazionale Misano here in Italy. And here we go then. Look,
green light, give it all you can.
Green light, go, go, go. We get the all clear from the Universal Boss, and we are underway for round 5 of this championship. And what a hectic start this is going to be. Somebody's already spun off at the back. It looked like GRT. But enough about that, because as OG snuck around Voodoo around the outside. No. Voodoo holds the lead, going for race win at number 4 of this championship. That keeps Static Hazard interested. He's up to second. OG in third now. Aussie Thunder slots into fourth, rather. And boy, Mac Miller up to 6. What a start. But GRT has lost out at the beginning of that one, Wilco.
Yes, he has. I'm just watching the replay to see if there's a safety car needed. Stats in the lead now, so Stats got up into the lead. Nice move on the inside there, but we'll play on for now. If there's another little spin, then we will call a safety car. The boys have got going, so that might be right. But let's have a look next few corners and see what happens.
It is so close at the moment. It is Static Hazard leading Voodoo. Our championship contenders are right amongst it. Look at that. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. You name it, all around your screen as we stream through the back straights for the first time. Very quick series of corners here in Misano, but it's Static Hazard, the man who leads this race. Voodoo is right up behind him at the moment. And is Voodoo going to go around the outside here? I reckon he's going to give it a crack as we come through to complete lap 1. He's flirting with the inside, but Static Hazard is putting that Ferrari in all the right positions at the moment. So it's Ferrari, Lexus Ferrari. Then it's the Nissan of my Bingaling as we come through to complete lap 1 here at Misano. 30-minute race here tonight. Get those comments coming in. We would love to hear from you, but it is our championship leader, the man who has gone back to back to back. That sounds familiar to you, Wilco, of course, but he's looking for number 4 tonight. And I've got to say, it could be number 4. Oh, Voodoo. Did he have a bit of a moment there? And now that's going to leave him exposed for OGT. And I reckon OGT's through, Wilco.
He's not at the moment because Voodoo has the inside line. So let's see what happens. Is Voodoo going to break early? OGT's gone deep. Oh, good racing, boys. Very clean racing.
Very clean.
And OGT looks like he's around because he's going to be inside for the next corner.
And the outside has become the inside. And now Voodoo has gone down to third, so not a great start. He's losing a place every lap, but Voodoo, the Nigerian prince, will be having none of that. And you can guarantee, you can bet your bottom dollar that he'll be coming back like you wouldn't believe. But now he's under pressure from Aussie Thunder. The two Ferraris there.
OGT, Voodoo's going to get a run here. He's going to maybe go for an inside move. No, he's not. OGT covers, so these boys are playing for sheep stages at the moment. Voodoo again using that curb and getting that better exit. He's going to try and go up the inside. Oh, he's hit that curb. Oh, Voodoo, be careful, mate.
He's very right. Careful indeed. Static Hazard, OGT, Voodoo, Aussie Thunder and Binger are your top 5 coming through to start lap 2 of this race. And this is not the Voodoo we've seen in recent weeks, Wilco. He's really been able to really have a smooth race and check out at the front. A bit like Sebastian Vettel in his Red Bull days, but now he's back, isn't he, in third? He's got it all to do.
He does. That's right, makes a race out of it. Makes the championship interesting too, because Stat, who's actually missed it before, he hadn't really scored many points in the first 2 rounds, and then last week he got second.
Oh, OG!
OG pops a mono. We are at a motorbike track, so
so not completely out of the ordinary there. Was it Petrov? I think there was a Renault years ago that did that.
Yeah, it was. At Malaysia.
Yeah,
His
in
wheel come
Malaysia.
off.
But anyway, OGT then, getting a bit of airtime, Air Jordan style there. I was watching The Last Dance on Netflix again the other week. It's nice to see Wilco at the back for a change, says Super Crunch. He might be at the back for
All
a
right,
long...
Shano, how about you grow a pair and jump on the game with us, mate?
Yes, loving the banter here, but OGT and Voodoo. This is letting Static Hazard sneak away, but these cars looking very towy. I've got to say, though, it is going to be interesting
went a
for
bit deep.
the championship, going a bit deep. And they're sort of trading places, aren't they, here? And, oh, don't get off those curbs, fellas. They're OGT and Voodoo now. And Aussie Thunder down there in fourth. Let's go through
around, I think.
this order now, as Bing has had an incident. He is off the track. And he doesn't look like he's going too far. He may have a problem. I think he is out of the race.
Yeah, he is. Oh, and someone else dropped out too. Who was that?
And not sure. We've lost a couple. We'll work out who that is. But it's the Wolf coming in to make an early pit stop. This man who got his first points finished last week, looking to come into the pits nice and early and get his pit stop out of the way. As we take a look at that beautiful safety car, another great shot of that there is Nathan Harvey. Go, Harvey, go. Some very good racing from the start for the boys up front. Not sure what happened with GRT, though. I'm not too sure what happened, Harvey, with GRT, but I think he may have copped a bit of contact at the first corner there off the start, Wilco, and it just sent him around the wrong way. And hence why he's currently down in 9th place, but he's on the comeback drive with 24 minutes remaining in this race, and Voodoo is not giving OGT anything at the moment, Wilco. He is right on his tail.
He is. So it was Nobby Nuts was the other guy who just dropped out. So that's unfortunate for Nobby. But GRT, Righty, yeah, these boys are just sort of I think Righty's got a little bit of damage. GRT definitely has damage. But Vibesy and Kilroy, the ones that... Oh, Vibes is around.
And let's take a look at Good Vibes now. Oh, don't be careful where you've just got to be so careful, don't you? You don't get in anyone's way coming back onto the track there. But Good Vibes gets back onto the track behind Mac Miller, but ahead of our wild card, Righty, in the number 4 Porsche there. Righty doing very, very nicely indeed. Good Vibes getting out of the way there. Not sure, has he just got some, maybe his tyres have got some...
cooked his tyres slightly through the first few corners,
So he's... as he comes through now, he's let Righty through, and Righty up to P7, not a bad start at all from the wild card, who did not qualify, Wilco.
Yes, he's not too bad. A little bit scrappy, Righty. I would expect him to be on P4 at the moment, but these boys are a lot quicker this season. So the gap between Tier 1 and Tier 2, although we are in different cars, going off last season's times, it's a lot closer. So it's good to see. But yes, we've got a battle. Is this Voodoo and OG are still going hard at it? So surely one of these boys are going to pit, and because Sat is 5 seconds ahead now, so he's just jumping away at the moment. So
he's got all the cards, doesn't he? Static Hazard in terms of strategy with that 5-second buffer at the moment. We might get back to this OGT Voodoo battle, and the Nigerian Prince needs all of his black magic that he can muster, because he needs to do something here. Still plenty of time left in this race, but still he'll just want to get through and make this move done. Get this move done rather quickly, I should say. But the 666 Ferrari then still behind OGT, and OGT, you can see in that Lexus, putting that car in all the right places, Wilco. It is a motorbike track, of course. Sometimes they can be notoriously difficult to pass on, but where can we see some passing opportunities here tonight? And for Voodoo, where can he get through here?
It is a hard track to pass, but there's a lot of fast left-right corners, so if you can really pressure the guy in front, they can sort of make a mistake. You force them onto a different line. I see OGT just in the middle of the track. It makes this corner a bit tighter, which makes his exits a lot slower. You run these curves on the outside. It's very easy to make a mistake here, so that is what you got to look for. Other than that, you just got to keep putting pressure on. You might get an overtaking opportunity up here into this hairpin if you can get up the inside, or you can stick on the outside and you get the inside for the next corner with the right-hander. But yeah, we'll see how he goes. Nobby has joined back, so it looks like he lost connection, unfortunately, so he's 2 laps down. But he's going to still try and go ahead and see what happens.
5 laps gone and several laps to go, however many we can fit in the next 20 or so minutes. But Nobby Nuts is 3 laps down, but he is back in the race, so good for him. Down in 13th at the moment. Who knows? There could be the chance of the odd point if he's lucky enough. If we get a couple of drivers drop out. Wolfie, the only driver to have made his pit stop tonight. Wilco, our commentator for Tier 1, and isn't he just doing a magnificent job there on Thursday nights? The ladies absolutely love him. He has started his OnlyFans as well and his Patreon page, which he did tell me off air not too long ago. So stay tuned for that, ladies, if you're out there, or men as well. There's nothing wrong with that nowadays. But LJ Hooker, you're the best, because I'll tell you why he's the best, Wilco, because he is in 10th place and he's currently off the track there, knocking off a bit of polystyrene as he comes through the last corner. The old commentator's curse striking again, but he's not going too bad. Good to see him back up there in 10th, 5 seconds ahead of Rick Oztech at the moment.
Yes, he is. He's going good. Old hooked Mr. Hooker. So he's just going to hopefully, or as he goes a little bit wide through there, he's still learning the game. Instead, he's got a busted shoulder, so I think it's his right shoulder. So I'm guessing turning left is going to be a bit hard getting that shoulder, because he actually can only lift a maximum of 2 kilos. That's how fucked his shoulder is at the moment. So he's going to be careful, but the battle between OG and Voodoo is still on, so they're still going hot here.
It's still heating up, but it is great.
Wolfie gets out of the way of Stat, being a very nice gentleman there, Wolfie.
Very nice indeed, very mature, the great man. We mentioned him a second ago. He is getting out of the way. He will have OGT and Voodoo for company in the not too distant future, but well, they're top 6 or 7, I should say. Maybe not down to Hooker there in 8th, but it's very close at the moment, isn't it? They're not nobody's streaking away. 4 seconds now, so that gap's come down a second or so to our race leader, Static Hazard, and Voodoo. He's, there we go, he's made the call and he's in the pits, and so is our race leader, Wilco. This is interesting. OGT keeps going into the lead.
Yes, so we had Kilroy and Righty pit as well, just before, so yeah, we're going to see where Kilroy comes out, because he wasn't too far behind these boys. He might come out a couple of seconds behind, but we'll see how much of an undercut there is and how good his pit stop was, and his outlap and in-lap, of course. But yeah, so we've got Righty, he's done his pistol too, so if Righty has some clear airs, if he had any damage, he would have that fixed, so this could be very interesting. Righty, if he can get some clear air, I expect him to put in some good lap times. But other than that, OG might want to pit next lap, because if he goes out too long, he's going to be probably getting the undercut disadvantage here, so he's got to get pitting now.
Well,
before he catches up to
OGT,
Wolfie as well.
I was just thinking that Wilco, two great
Static
minds
is away,
think alike.
and Voodoo's away. I think Voodoo's actually probably gained about maybe 2 seconds on Stat just coming out of the pits here. So
concerning as we see Wolfie get out of the way, but I don't think he'll want to leave it too long. I'm just taking a look at this track map here as well, Wilco. Trying to find some space for OGT to slot into.
He's probably going to come out around where... Well, Kilroy's actually not too... Oh, he's probably going to have about 5 seconds behind Kilroy's, behind these boys, but he's going to come out in that gap between Kilroy and Stat in that little sort of spot there, so Kilroy looking not bad for a podium if these top 3 sort of muck around a bit.
Here we go then. So Kilroy looking good. OGT, like we mentioned, into the pits, Wilco, wasting no time. We see Wolfie go through down there in 12th place. So Aussie Thunder coming in. So drivers, have we got Static Hazard back out onto the circuit now? This is going to be very, very interesting indeed. But I reckon Voodoo's gained some time there. Wilco, you mentioned it after his pit stop.
He's 3 there. It was about 5 seconds. So he's definitely gaining. This could be what Voodoo wanted. Just needs to get out ahead of OG. You can see his true pace there. So this could be a little battle here. If OG comes out behind Voodoo, expect Voodoo to be closing quickly on Stat here. There's a nice little battle between who is that? Mac. So the effective, well, not the effective, the lead of the race at the moment is Mac, Vibes, and GRT having a nice little battle. So these boys, GRT does have a lot of damage on his car too, so expect him to drop back when he gets his damage fixed, but he'll come back through the field as well. But OG, he's just done his pit stop, so he's crawling out the pits now. Long pit lane here, 40 k's until we get through turn 1. So I'll jump on board with OG and you watch Stat and Voodoo, Trev.
As good vibes goes for
nice
the
move.
lead on Mac Miller. Great move there in the McLaren up to P1, but Mac Miller slots
back to Voodoo and OG.
And let's have a look at this, what is effectively going to be the lead battle, Voodoo and OGT. Ooh, OGT is ahead of Voodoo.
Ahead of him, yeah, so he sort of cut the
Voodoo.
cut the white line off a bit, so that might be something to look at, but yeah,
Could be.
Okay, so the undercut is not that big then.
Could be one for the steward's room as Mac Miller comes in. Good Vibes stays out along with GRT, who's got quite a bit of damage. And who could forget that classic, the old F1 game? You've got quite a lot of damage there. Do you want to come in? A very early version of Jeff, and who used to ask if you wanted your front wing replaced. Great graphics back in those days, Wilco, let me tell you. But GRT, he did have that incident. He was facing the wrong way.
Voodoo got a good run.
And Voodoo,
side by side, here they go, boys.
Head back, here they go. Universal Boss letting us know that half the race is gone, half still to go. But Voodoo now down on the inside of OGT. Lovely camera work there from our Italian director here. But this battle is so important, not just for this race, Jason Wilkinson, but also for the championship as well. Voodoo has a 13-point lead, I believe. We'll check that towards the end of the race, but still, this is so critical for both of these drivers. And you can see Voodoo is a champion in the past, and we know that. So he's got that championship DNA, Wilco. But this is going to be so close for the next 14 minutes. I cannot see these two being separated at all, Wilco, before the end of this race tonight.
No, I can't either, but Aussie Thunder and Righty having a battle here, so what's Righty going to do? So Righty is effectively P1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's about P6. This is a battle for P5. While GRT and Vibes as well still got a pit, but I think it's about P5 this battle here, but I might go back to this battle between Voodoo and OG because it's hot up again. Voodoo's got a run.
Here we go. Voodoo has a good run here. OGT look to have a little bit of a moment here, and I reckon Voodoo is a lot closer this time around. Is he going to send it? Yes, he is, but OGT, as he's done so often this race, just hangs it around the outside, but I reckon Voodoo's got the high ground here, and he will take effectively second in the race.
Yes, it is.
And he has gone through, so Voodoo, and this is how well the Nigerian prince is travelling in this season so far, Wilco. We're almost saying that he's
trying to go around the outside of Aussie. Now he's got the inside, so this could be another battle here. Sorry
Don't
to cut you off.
forget, it's not just the front. It's the battles lower down the order as Righty and Aussie Thunder are going at it. Hammer and tongs at the moment. Righty, our wild card, versus Aussie Thunder. And he may be a wild card Righty, but must be that new Fanatec you've put him onto. He is going absolutely beautifully here, right up behind Aussie Thunder. We'd expect to see him a little bit higher, given his Tier 1 credentials, of course, and the fact...
he did start last, so that's fair enough, I guess.
True that, as Righty around the last corner now. He might have a good run here on Aussie Thunder. He is right up behind him. And the number 4 Porsche versus the Ferrari then. Which way is he going to go here? Inside, outside. But he's too far back on this occasion. But Righty all over the back of Aussie Thunder. And these wildcard entries, Wilco, they can have an effect on the GRT. What was going on there? Did he have a moment, or is he just...
He's come out of the pits, I think.
And he's come out of the pits.
Just come out of the pits. He's come into the nice battle here, so this is going to be good to watch here.
Interesting. It is a funny pit lane. Was that where... I don't want to put Mighty Murph under the bus, but I remember
together,
Mighty Murph had all sorts of trouble at the end of one of the pit lanes, didn't he? But at the exit, but Righty still behind
them too,
Aussie Thunder and Vibes.
Battle for effectively P5 once Rick pits, so it could be another spicy battle again.
So 12 drivers have made their pit stops. Rick Oztech is the only one not to, and he goes through to complete another lap then. He is in the lead of this race, lap 11 now. 11 laps gone in this race, 11 minutes to go here, round 5 of this championship. And it's about this time we start thinking about your driver of the day. And we've seen some really good close racing here tonight, as OGT now a little bit behind. I say a little bit, but 0.6 of a second there's probably a big gap for these two tonight. They have been so close all evening. But driver of the day, any early thoughts, Wilco? It's Static Hazard hasn't put a foot wrong. OGT,
Stats,
Voodoo.
starting P3, stats not too bad. We can't justify giving it to Righty, even though he started from the back. But we just dropped behind GRT, so we missed that by a little moment.
Look how close it is. J-Mads has checked in. Matterford, hello to you. Top racing as always. And it is great to have your company, Mads. 10 people watching, 10 minutes to go in this race. Get your comments in. Matterford, I'm looking at you for your driver of the day. OGT has a little cheeky look, but it was nothing more than that. Just a little kiss, a little tap there almost, if you don't mind. OGT and Voodoo. It was OGT who won the first leg of this battle. Voodoo got in front, and he stayed there for the last few minutes, but they are not going anywhere, and this shows you how close it is, not just in this race, but in the championship as well. It is so close. Kilroy, who's minded his own business, he did this at the Nürburgring when I believe he was driver of the day, Wilco. We don't call his name too much, but he just quietly goes about his business, and next thing, he's in the top 5. Great drive again.
Yeah, Kilroy's definitely improved. Another one of these drivers that has improved since last season. So good to see Kilroy, an absolute ripper of a bloke. Wouldn't mind hearing him in the podium interview, but of course that means something's going to happen to Stat, Voodoo, or OG. And at the moment, these boys looking good. 9 minutes to go. We're nearly at the no safety car with 6 minutes to go. If we had no safety car by then, there's going to be another week with no safety car in Tier 2. So these Tier 1 boys need to learn a thing or two, Trev.
No safety cars in Tier 2, that's for sure. We've had plenty in Tier 1, albeit somewhat controversially, but we won't go into that at this particular time. Rick Oztech, you got to give him full marks, got to give him points for trying there. Those tyres must be getting well past their use-by date, Wilco. Lap 12 then on those tyres. Static Hazard, 13 seconds further back, effectively our race leader. Voodoo now, just ever so slightly pulling out a gap here at the backdrop of the Italian hills at Misano. The Boccancelli Hills in the background there. Great part of Italy, this. Northern Italy, I believe. If anyone's from Italy and are watching this, then let me know. I'm probably way off. But Kilroy in 5th. Aussie Thunder says hello. He's right up behind him here, Wilco. He says, let's go and play.
He is. He's just trying to get his mirrors. Kilroy, very smart. Rick has finally pitted, by the way. So he's probably going to come out around the Wolfie battle. Maybe around there, Wolfie to Hook. So that could be good to watch. But, oh, Kilroy made a mistake. Aussie up the inside.
Kilroy off the track. Aussie Thunder is through. And you know the drill. It follows that commentator's curse down to a T, Jason Wilkinson. As soon as you get the camera on these guys, something happens.
It's
and
like
Kilroy,
the Tier 1 cursed P3 from the first few rounds, Trev.
It is. That's another funny one, isn't it? P3, nobody seems to want it in Tier 1. But Static Hazard now takes back what is rightfully his, and that being the race lead then. 13 laps gone. Voodoo in second, 7.6 behind him. So barring anything strange happening, and we know it can happen in motorsport, Voodoo will finish second. Static will take the win most likely, ahead of OGT. Well, not quite. We're not quite locking in that P2 at the moment, Wilco. Albeit Voodoo just a tiny fractionally getting away from him there. It's almost a second. But one mistake, one locking a brake, and OGT is going to be right back on him here with less than 7 minutes to go.
It is. So we're just watching Rick rejoin. He's going to come out in last. So no, sorry, 12, because Nobby's a couple laps down. So that's unfortunate for Rick. He tried to go the long game. Maybe he was betting on a safety car, but I'll tell you what, there's a battle with Righty, Vibes, and GRT. GRT has been passed again by Righty, so Righty up to P6. We've got 30 seconds to go. If there's a crash here, Trev, we can call a safety car. If not, it's going to be another safety car free race at Tier 2.
Alrighty. Just getting it all wrong there, managing to keep it together, but he's got in front of GRT, who has not had a good race by his lofty standards. Good Vibes, not too far behind him. Mac Miller there as well, 6 seconds further back. But that's a very nice midfield battle here. And I've got to say, and a bit like F1, there's always a midfield battle between a pink car, a green car, an orange one as well. But 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, very close indeed. So we'll keep an eye on that one towards the end of this race. Buggerlugs93 says, nice work, Aussie Thunder, an Aussie Thunder fan there. Great to have your company on the stream tonight, along with 10 of you out there watching on YouTube tonight. Round 5 of this championship. Where has the time gone? We're halfway through the season, as the Universal boss would, I'm sure, remind us. But 5 minutes, 27 seconds left. Things settling down now. Oh no, wait a second. Wait a second, Wilco. Look at this. OGT is through, is he?
He is, but Voodoo got a better exit, so they're going to be side by side. This could be a bit dangerous here. Be nice, boys. These two are good mates. My two right and left-hand mans in terms of coordinators. So these boys looking clean, nice. So don't get in the marbles there.
Don't
Voodoo,
say it, Wilco.
Nice.
Don't say it, Wilco. You know what happens.
They'll be right. They're not going. There's no commentators curse with these boys. So look at that gap between OG and Voodoo. It's 1/1000 of a second when they cross the last sector time there. But here we go. So if anything does happen, Aussie Thunder and Kilroy are just sitting there waiting for anything to happen. But yeah, we're about 4 laps to go, maybe.
We are starting it now. We'll go for how many laps? 3 or 4 laps?
3 or 4 laps, yeah.
3 or 4 laps to negotiate for OGT or Voodoo, either one of the two to finish in second. And I love that camera view of the drivers. They come around and it looks like they're wearing, you sort of can see their eyes and then you can see the visor. It looks very strange indeed if you're looking through that cockpit. But Static has it then. Lap 15 of this race, round 5 of the championship, as we might keep an eye on that battle, but I won't get into the points at the moment, but it's going to be very close. We'll check on those points after the race. But OGT as Dregs, my good mate from many a league race, says great racing between Voodoo and OGT. Riveting is the word. Great word to use there, David Regler, or Dregler, as he's more commonly known to his mates. Great racer himself there as well, Wilco, from many years ago on the F1 games. 3.5 minutes remaining in this race. Don't go anywhere, Dregler, because OGT and Voodoo are just separated by a kitten's whisker, a coat of varnish, a cigarette paper there, and whatever else, because there is nothing in it. OGT and Voodoo now. The pressure, Wilco, how do you handle this pressure? Much easier to chase than to lead, as we know, but this must be intense. There must be some sweaty palms here.
Oh yeah, these boys love a good battle, so definitely got some sweat dripping off their gloves and whatever else they've got on. I know these two avid users of the old oregano tread. I'm sure you can work out what I'm talking about, but yeah, they're obviously they've got the focus is very high at the moment, so I might stop with these marijuana pumps maybe.
Yes, we'll stay off the mixed herbs, but I tell you what, this midfield battle is showing no signs of slowing up. Don't forget, I can see you out there, Mads, Buggerlugs, Dregs, Harvey Norman. Get your driver of the day votes in quickly. There's only 2 and a bit minutes left in this race here tonight, but Kilroy, they are all over the back of Kilroy at the moment. Righty not giving him anything. GRT,
Righty, yeah, Kilroy.
What is happening there? And Righty's off. Wow, it was more airtime than the NBA slam dunk contest. That was incredible, incredible hang time there from Righty or Kilroy, I think it was. But that's
a synchronised diving there, Trev, or synchronised jumping.
Incredible.
Kilroy and Righty went off at the same time. What the hell?
Bit of
definitely motorbike tracks. Hopefully, if the boys don't do that tomorrow night,
maybe
you do that in the cup car, you can die.
Maybe it's something about Italy. I think was it Peroni in the F3?
Yeah, yeah.
At Monza, who ended up flying off, literally flying off the road. But well, it didn't quite go Mark Webber at Le Mans a few years ago, but it was mighty close. But Voodoo now with less than. Well, less than 2 minutes.
Second last lap, I think. Stat crossed the line with about 1:40 or something. So if he slows down on this lap, he's got a big gap, about 10 seconds. It will be the last lap, but hopefully, for our sake, Trev, he wants to do one more lap and keeps pushing on.
Well, let's hope for our sake we can see more of this action. One more lap, that's all Voodoo might need to get this job done, as Nathan Harvey, driver of the day, Static. For him, started P3, got to the front and just kept going. No arguments there for Harvey Norman there. Thank you for that, Nathan Harvey there. Go, Harvey, go. Interest free. 24 months, you know the drill. Don't get caught up in those Go MasterCards. Let me tell you, the interest is absolutely terrible. But that was a long time ago, and I'm going off topic, Wilco, because 30 seconds remaining. Now, the question is, are we going to get another lap in here? It's going to be touch and go.
Actually, I don't think we are, actually. Where did I get 1:40 from?
I think...
20 seconds. I think maybe the timing just... I think the time might have just jumped back for me. I had a long way to go, because... Anyway, maybe call away, and this is going to be the last lap, Trev.
This is going to be the last lap. I reckon Static's going to make sure of it too, as he comes around the final corner to win here in Italy. What a race. Could be our driver of the day. Universal Boss leads us across the line. Static wins this race. Magnificent performance by him. Started P3 and just kept going now. As what about this? What about this? OGT gets P2. And don't forget, it's not over yet, because GRT, is he going to finish in P5? I reckon he is. And the boys were having a great
P4.
battle.
Oh, sorry, Aussie P4, GRT P5, Kilroy P6. Vibesy has not had any fuel issues this week, so he's up into P7. Mac, and then Righty. I tell you, there's a good battle here. Hooks, Wolf. Oh no, sorry, it's just Wolf and Nobby. Nobby's still a couple laps down, but Rick, he's got a drive through, so he's going to be... Oh!
And Wolfie is off the track. OG Barnburner, hold it down, says Voodoo. And those two are off the circuit. And that's... Do we put that down to a racing incident? I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
I mean...
Wolfie, keep going, mate, because Riding's not going to score any points, so you're effectively P11. And with Rick getting this drive-through, 30-second penalty, Wolfie can get this within 30 seconds. He can snatch P11, which is effectively P10, because Righty's not scoring any points.
Can he get... Well, he needs to keep that car going, doesn't he, Wilco, and get over the line within that 30-odd seconds. He's done it! No, P11, and...
Yep, well, it is because Righty is not scoring points, so it is actually hooked P9 in his fucking debut. In his debut race.
Beep!
And Wolfie P10 with Rick P11 and Novi P12. Righty is being booted out, Trev.
He certainly has. So that leaves our man, Wolfie, up in P10. Great performance from him. Geez, I'm getting twitchy feet and twitchy hands, because I wouldn't mind racing Wolfie there for that final P10 spot. Who knows, I could be in that midfield battle as well. But there we have LJ Hooker on your screen. Thanks, Mr. Hooker. LJ Hooker, you're the best. Not sure why that sounded like Mr. Burns, but as he does donuts there, LJ Hooker taking a couple of points then, I'm guessing. So he'll go up to P9 and, you know, the rest of it. So Static has it, 18 laps gone in this race. Getting those votes in, keep them coming. But it is looking like Static Hazard could be our driver of the day, Wilco.
Yes. So, he's got his couple of votes there, so I've invited him in. Here comes the boys now. So, Stat for driver of the day. I'll have to give him my vote and your vote as well. So that's probably like 4 or 5 votes there for Stat for driver of the day. So that's been good, but I'll let you take the podium interviews away, Trevor.
Top 3 have joined us in the post-race podium interviews. LJ Hooker still doing donuts out there. There's an Italian marshal who's looking with a very worried look on his face, saying, "Oh, mamma mia, what are you doing, Hooker?" As we are joined by our race winner. What the bloody hell am I going on about? He's back in the pits now. Static Hazard, mate, are you there? We're waiting for Static Hazard to...
I am here. I am here.
There we go.
Yep, loud and clear, brother. Fantastic race for you tonight, mate. Talk us through it. P3 at the start. You avoided some carnage early on with GRT, but you managed to take the win tonight, mate. Fantastic performance.
Yeah, thank you very much. I can't believe it as well. This is probably one of my highlights in my sim racing career. I just can't believe I got past OGT and Voodoo right at the start. But yeah, I just tried to keep it clean all race. Just tried to use that space up in front as much as I could, and came home with the win today. So couldn't be happier.
Great stuff, mate. And does this really give you that confidence, mate, heading into the last half of the season? You've sort of been building to this, haven't you, mate? You've been qualifying well. You've had a bit of bad luck in the early part of the season, but does this give you that confidence boost you need?
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like if I can really put in some work in the last half, I can really try to take home some good points and hopefully move up that ladder even more. So
Great.
yeah, can't wait.
Great stuff, mate. Fantastic win tonight. Congratulations, mate, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you very much.
Great stuff. Static Hazard there. P3, like we said off the start, managed to get through past OGT, Voodoo, and others to take a dominant win tonight. It's always a good feeling, that first race league win. It's been a while for me, but OGT, the man in second. We'll give him a second to just get that sweaty, get the sweat off him,
Holy
because
fuck.
I've got to say, how are you feeling, mate? 30 minutes and not 1 second. There wasn't either Voodoo in your mirrors or in front of you, mate. It was so close. It was almost not even a second for the whole night, mate. Talk us through your race.
Brings back memories of when we started back on PC Cars Bloody 1. I had a control pad. Voodoo told me about such a thing as a G29. I didn't believe him at the start. And there it is. We've been racing like that for years, and it's been a little. I've been looking for it this season, but hasn't come to be as such. So yeah, mate, we're just getting ready for the next half. I think it's going to be good. It was awesome. My heart's still racing. There's a puddle of sweat under me rig, and I'm about to pass out. So that's how good that was.
Good stuff. We'll get to some water, mate, and take it easy. So congratulations, mate. You just got your nose in front.
Don't drink the bong water, mate. That's Rob. That's a hot tip from Rob.
Yep, Roger.
Roger that. But congratulations, mate.
Thanks, guys.
We know that it was tough, but boy, oh boy, what a battle. It was interesting all race, mate, and you took P2 in the end, and that really does keep it interesting for the championship as well, of course. But
yeah,
OGT.
I knew I had to keep him behind me at all costs.
Yep, that's
just
it.
To try and
15 points
stick
now,
with him.
roughly.
Heading into the mid-season break, but congratulations, OGT. Enjoy the
Thanks,
week
brothers.
off, mate. Take care, and we'll catch you in a couple of weeks.
It's going to be good. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you
OGT.
tomorrow night, OG. That's the T1 boys as well, remember?
Yes, of course, of course. Who could forget that? That's the main show, isn't
Don't worry,
it? But
I'll be there.
as the Voodoo, the Nigerian prince. I'm not sure whether there's a word for sweaty in Nigerian Voodoo, but talk us through your race, mate. Incredible battle once again.
Yeah, thank you. Been struggling a little bit with the old mental health the last week, so just kind of came in tonight with that hopes and ambitions that I didn't bin it on that one like I did last night, and I didn't rage quit. But yeah, we held a good battle with OG, and it was like the classic days, the barn burners, the races that I missed, and yeah, I'm glad that yeah, that's it, the barn burners. I'm glad we got to have this race, and yeah, I think it's only going to be extra spicy. You know, we're going to get the spiciest chicken wings in the second half of the season, so it's going to be good. But I can't wait for Alton Park. It's going to be insane with OG. So yeah, cheers, boys.
Great stuff, Voodoo, and we are very privileged to have you in this championship, mate. You're an absolute legend, of course, doing all those graphics. Check out his channel as well. V is for Voodoo, streaming more often than not. Great content and a great all-round guy. Voodoo, thank you, mate. Enjoy your break for the mid-season, and we'll see you for the next half.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Great stuff. Voodoo then still our championship leader, of course, after tonight, but that is our top three. Static Hazard in first, OGT second, and Voodoo rounding out your top three. Couldn't get 4 in a row, but still, he is still in amazing form this season. Wilco, well, we're almost out of time again for another race, another night. Don't forget Tier 1 tomorrow night. It is going to be on, isn't it?
Ooh, yes. After last week's race, I've got a score to settle with Barters and Albert, so that should be good to watch. Hopefully, Big Dog, my teammate, can go back-to-back podiums, and yeah, it's going to be good. We'll have Glenn Unit back up the front. We got I think we got Madford back this week, so yeah, going to be a very, very good night tomorrow night. We'll yeah, stay tuned for that one. It's sprint round 2, so 7-minute quali, 20-minute race, and then repeat. So it's gonna be nice and sweaty again for the for OG and stuff tomorrow night.
Yeehaw!
Sprint round tomorrow night is going to be absolutely fantastic. Thank you to everybody for their company. Harvey, Super Crunch, Voodoo, as always, mate, you get involved on the chat. Great stuff. Matterford, Buggerlugs, Dregs, my old mate, and everyone else who watched tonight. Albert as well. And thank you for watching. Everyone, don't forget, like Wilco said, tomorrow night from 8 p.m, there's going to be some scores to settle. It's a sprint round to lead us into the mid-season break. But for tonight, it's been great to have your company. Stay safe, stay well, do all that stuff. Be kind to one another, and we'll see you next time. It's bye for now. Boy,